Hi everyone. The following presentation is a brief summary and analysis of Act 3, Scene 4 of the play Hamlet. This scene opens with Polonius and Gertrude in Gertrude's room, waiting for Hamlet to arrive. Polonius advises Gertrude to be straightforward and forthright with Hamlet. Just then they hear Hamlet coming, and this is when Polonius hides behind an arras or a tapestry. Polonius still has not realized that his spying is pointless. In reality, Claudius already knows Hamlet has found him out. But what appears to Polonius is that there is something else, like lovesickness for Ophelia, troubling Hamlet. Hamlet enters Gertrude's chamber or room. Gertrude says to Hamlet that he has offended his father, in other words Claudius, because of the play he organized. Hamlet retorts that she has offended his father, referring to King Hamlet. Hamlet, who is now incredibly angry, tells Gertrude that he will show her the inmost part of herself. Hamlet forces Gertrude to sit down while he holds up a mirror so that she can see herself. Hamlet suggests that Gertrude is hiding from the truth about King Hamlet that she knows in her heart. Hamlet becomes quite aggressive towards Gertrude in this scene, so much so that at one point she thinks Hamlet is going to kill her. Gertrude cries out for someone to help her. From his hiding place behind the tapestry, Polonius hears Gertrude's cry, and like the foolish man he is, he also cries out for help. Quite impulsively, in other words, without thinking twice, Hamlet stabs his sword straight through the arras, thinking that the man behind it is Claudius. In terms of the themes and analysis here, note how who appeared to be Claudius in reality was Polonius. Regarding the theme of action versus inaction, note how for the first time Hamlet actually acts swiftly and without overthinking the situation or procrastinating. It is just very unfortunate that Hamlet has killed the wrong man. Gertrude shouts, "What a rash and bloody deed!" In other words, what an impulsive and blood-stained act. Hamlet retorts, "As bad as kill a king and marry with his brother?" With this remark, it seems that Hamlet associates Claudius's crime of murder with Gertrude's supposed crime of marrying Claudius. To Hamlet, the two deeds are equally terrible. Gertrude is in complete shock at what has just happened and Hamlet's response. Hamlet pulls back the arras or the tapestry and sees that the man he has just killed is Polonius. Hamlet shows no remorse and dismisses Polonius as a rash, intruding fool. He basically states that Polonius got what he deserved because of his foolish, meddling, and intrusive ways. Hamlet leaves Polonius merely lying on the floor and returns his attention and anger towards Gertrude. Hamlet compares King Hamlet to various gods in mythology and Claudius to a rotten ear of corn that would infect the others around it. He forces Gertrude to look at two portraits, one of King Hamlet and one of Claudius. He interrogates Gertrude as to how she could choose to marry a man as uncivilized and indecent as Claudius after being married to an upstanding, proud, and revered man such as King Hamlet. Gertrude begs Hamlet to stop his insults, but he continues and says, "But to live in the rank sweat of an enseamed bed, stewed in corruption, honeying and making love over the nasty sty." Hamlet's explicit description of Gertrude's love-making with Claudius makes it sound dirty and corrupt. His anger at Gertrude's betrayal takes priority over his quest for revenge. At the height of Hamlet's verbal attack on Gertrude, the ghost appears. It speaks to Hamlet and says that he needs to refocus on his duty, which is getting revenge against Claudius. Hamlet asks if the ghost has come to reprimand him for delaying his revenge against Claudius. Gertrude can't see the ghost and thinks Hamlet has really gone insane because it looks like he is talking to the air. The ghost has come to remind Hamlet to focus on getting revenge and to comfort Gertrude and her struggling soul rather than harm her. Remember, in Act 1, the ghost's instruction to Hamlet was to leave Gertrude's judgment up to God. Hamlet tries to convince Gertrude that he is not insane. Hamlet begs the following 3 things of her. He begs her to confess her sins, to be pure and avoid sleeping with Claudius, and to keep secret that he is only pretending to be mad. Gertrude promises to honor these requests. Hamlet leaves Gertrude's chamber, dragging Polonius's body with him. We have to ask ourselves whether Gertrude agrees to keep quiet because Hamlet has convinced her he truly isn't insane, or merely because she is frightened of him and what he might do. Thank you for watching this presentation on Act 3, Scene 4 of Hamlet. Please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to give my Instagram and TikTok pages a follow at English_is.love for more English content.